Technology Solutions workflow tutorials. Today, we will be discussing Autodesk Quantification. Our next step in the quantification workflow is to bring the takeoff process to the next level by creating a 3D model-based takeoff. With traditional paper-based quantification methods, dealing with changing or updating project information can be frustrating and extremely time-consuming. With a 3D model-based approach, the management of changes is easy and effective. We start this process in a native 3D model of the discipline we plan to take off. In this example, we will use the architectural model in Autodesk Revit. To start the takeoff process, we navigate to the View tab, and then select Schedules. We select the Revit Schedule and Quantities tool, which will open up a new Schedule dialog box. We select the schedule type we want, and we press OK. With the schedule properties open, we will then navigate through the tabs, adding the information we would like to include. We will start in the Fields tab and select which fields we want to add to our schedule by selecting the field, such as family and type, and then selecting the Add tool. We will repeat this process until each field we want has been added. We can then navigate to the Filter tab, which will allow us to filter out any unwanted items if we so desire. Next, we will move on to the Sorting and Grouping tab. This is where we can choose to sort our information by selecting the drop-down and choosing what to sort by. In the Sorting and Grouping tab, we can also choose whether we want to add grand totals or itemize every instance. Moving on to the Formatting tab, this is where we can have specific fields calculate the totals. This can be done by selecting the field and then checking the Calculate Totals box. After all of our information is filled in, we can then click OK. This will automatically open the schedule. Here we can adjust the cell size and view all of the totals from the items we chose. This schedule is a smart schedule, so in this example, anytime a wall is added, deleted, or changed, the schedule will automatically update. Once our schedule looks the way we want, we can then add our schedule to a sheet along with the corresponding 3D view to create a nice document to share with others on the project team. Another way to complete a 3D takeoff is to use Navisworks 3D quantification tools. To start this process, we must open a discipline model, such as the architectural model in Navisworks. Similar to the 2D quantification process, we start this task by navigating to the Home tab and then selecting the Quantification tool. Again, this will open our Navisworks quantification workbook and we can begin to set up our project. So let's select the Project Setup tool, select a catalog, choose our measurement units, and then select Finish. Also, as we did in the 2D takeoff, we will need to navigate to our item catalog, drill down to the appropriate categories, and then right-click and add our takeoff items. Before we get started, we will also want to make sure that we open the selection tree and pin that down by selecting the pin in the top right-hand corner. When we are ready to start, we select the takeoff item from the Navisworks quantification workbook, navigate up to the selection tree, drill down to our correct model elements, right-click, scroll up to Quantification and choose Takeoff. Notice that with each item we take off, the count is recorded in the quantification workbook. We continue this process until we have taken off each element for the item category. Doors are done the same way. We select the item category, navigate to the selection tree, drill down to our correct model elements, right-click, scroll up to Quantification, and choose Takeoff. We not only see that the counts of each item is increasing, but we can also see that each takeoff item is being listed individually as well as added together to give us a total of all of the item properties. We can also navigate to the Resource Catalog to add new resources to our takeoff elements. This can be done by selecting the New Resource tool. This will allow us to add items such as metal studs to each wall, calculating how far apart we would like to place them. Another great feature in the Navisworks quantification tools is the ability to take off items that you know have not yet been added to the model but will be very soon. This is done by using the Virtual Takeoff tools. The Virtual Takeoff tool is located in the Quantification workbook. This tool allows us to navigate to a previously saved 3D view and take off an item where it is planned to go. We can then navigate to the Review tab and use the red line tools to note which item has been added. The Virtual Takeoff tool allows us to return back to our marked up image at any time by selecting the viewport tag next to those items in the Navisworks Quantification workbook. Make sure to check out our other videos and don't forget to subscribe.